Our story starts a long time ago, way back in ancient history. We're talking about thousands of years before the first cities were even built. In the hot, dry lands of northeastern Africa, a wild animal roamed the deserts and rocky hills. This creature was the African wild ass. It was tough, smart, and perfectly suited to its harsh environment. These wild asses lived in small herds, always on the lookout for food, water, and predators like lions and hyenas. They were incredibly resilient, able to survive on sparse vegetation and go for long periods without drinking. This wild ancestor is the key to understanding the amazing animal we know and love today, the donkey. So how did we go from a wild animal in the desert to a trusted partner for people all around the world? It happened through a process called domestication. Around 6,000 years ago, people in places like ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia started to realize something special about the African wild ass. They saw an animal that was strong, calm, and intelligent. They figured out that instead of just hunting them, they could work with them. This was a huge turning point in human history. By taming these animals, people gained a powerful new ally. They could now carry heavy things, travel farther, and build bigger communities. This partnership was one of the most important ever formed between humans and animals. The early relationship between humans and donkeys was built on mutual benefit. People provided the donkeys with food, water, and protection from predators. In return, the donkeys provided their incredible strength and endurance. Imagine trying to carry a huge container of water or a big pile of grain across a hot desert all by yourself. It would be almost impossible. But with a donkey, that difficult job became much easier. This allowed ancient civilizations to grow and thrive. They could trade goods with distant villages, build massive temples and pyramids, and expand their farms. The humble donkey was right there, at the very foundation of human progress, quietly doing the heavy lifting. From their origins in Africa, the domesticated donkey began an incredible journey across the globe. As civilizations traded and migrated, they brought their valuable donkeys with them. The donkeys spread from Africa into Asia, across the Middle East, and into Europe. They were perfectly suited for the winding mountain paths of Greece and the dusty roads of the Roman Empire. Everywhere they went, they became an essential part of daily life. They carried goods for merchants, plowed fields for farmers, and transported people from one place to another. This small, sturdy animal from the African desert had officially gone global, proving its worth in nearly every corner of the ancient world. When you look at a donkey, you see an animal perfectly designed for hard work and survival. They come in many different sizes, from small miniature donkeys that are like friendly pets, to large mammoth donkeys that are as big as a horse. Their coats also come in a variety of colors, most commonly gray but also brown, black, or even white. But what really sets them apart are their incredible ears. Those long, expressive ears are not just for show. They are like super-powered listening devices. They can move independently of each other, allowing the donkey to pinpoint sounds from different directions. This was a crucial skill for their wild ancestors to detect predators from far away. The donkey's body is a masterpiece of efficiency and strength. They have a strong back and sturdy legs which allow them to carry heavy loads, sometimes up to a third of their own body weight. Their hooves are another amazing feature. They are smaller and more upright than a horse's hoof with a very thick wall. This design gives them a super sure footing on uneven, rocky, and slippery ground. It's like they have their own built-in all-terrain hiking boots. This is why you often see donkeys navigating steep mountain trails where a horse might struggle. Their entire physical makeup is a testament to their origins in tough, rugged landscapes. Beyond their physical traits, the behavior of a donkey is what truly makes them special. People often have the wrong idea that donkeys are stubborn. This isn't true at all. They are actually highly intelligent and have a very strong sense of self-preservation. When a donkey stops and refuses to move, it's usually because it senses danger or feels that a task is unsafe. It's not being stubborn, it's being smart and cautious. This careful nature is a survival instinct passed down from its wild ancestors. They take their time to assess a situation, which is a sign of their incredible intelligence and problem-solving skills. Donkeys are also very social animals. In the wild, they form strong bonds with other donkeys in their herd, and this trait carries over to their domestic lives. They can become very attached to their owners and to other animals, like horses, goats, or even cats. They are known for their calm and gentle demeanor, which makes them great companions. A donkey will often seek out affection and enjoy a good scratch behind its long ears. This combination of strength, intelligence, and a gentle spirit is what has made the donkey such a beloved and valuable partner to humans for thousands of years. They are so much more than just a beast of burden. For thousands of years, the donkey has been the backbone of agriculture and transport for countless communities. Long before tractors and trucks were ever invented, it was the donkey that did the heavy lifting. Farmers relied on them to plow fields, turning over the tough soil to prepare it for planting crops. They were also used to power mills that would grind grain into flour, a process that was essential for making bread. Imagine a small village where the entire food supply depended on the hard work of these animals. They would carry seeds to the field, and after the harvest they would carry the crops back to the village or to the market for sale. The donkey was a living, breathing, all-purpose farm machine. When it came to moving things from one place to another, the donkey was the ultimate delivery vehicle. Their ability to carry heavy loads over long distances made them essential for trade and commerce. Merchants would load up their donkeys with goods like spices, textiles, pottery, and salt, forming long caravans that crossed deserts and mountains. These donkey trains were the lifeblood of the ancient economy, connecting distant cities and allowing for the exchange of both goods and ideas. Even today, in many parts of the world with remote villages and rugged terrain, donkeys are still the most reliable way to transport food, water, medicine, and other essential supplies to people in need. The work of a donkey isn't just limited to farms and trade routes. They have served people in countless other ways throughout history. In mining operations, small but strong donkeys were used to haul ore out of dark, narrow tunnels where larger animals couldn't go. During times of war, they were used as pack animals to carry supplies, ammunition, and even wounded soldiers, often showing incredible bravery under difficult conditions. They have also been used for something as simple and important as carrying water. In many dry regions, the daily task of fetching water from a distant well or river is made possible only with the help of a trusty donkey, freeing up time and energy for families. Even in our modern world, the donkey continues to be an indispensable worker. While cars and trucks dominate the developed world, over 500 million people in developing countries still depend on working animals like donkeys for their livelihood. They help families earn a small income by transporting goods to market, carrying tourists' luggage, or collecting materials for construction. For these communities, a healthy donkey is not just an animal, it's a lifeline. It represents the ability to send children to school, buy food for the family, and build a better future. The donkey's role as a vital economic partner is as important today as it has ever been. The donkey is so much more than just a worker. It's also a powerful symbol that appears in stories, art, and religions all over the world. One of the most famous examples comes from Christianity. In the Bible, a donkey carries Mary to Bethlehem before Jesus is born. Later, Jesus rides into Jerusalem on a donkey on Palm Sunday. In this context, the donkey is a symbol of peace, humility, and gentleness. Choosing to ride a humble donkey instead of a mighty warhorse sent a powerful message. This story has been told and retold for 2,000 years, making the donkey a respected figure in one of the world's largest religions. Donkeys also play a starring role in many classic works of literature and folklore. In the ancient Greek fables of Aesop, donkeys often appear as characters that teach important lessons about life. One famous fable tells of a donkey that tries to be like a playful dog, only to learn that it's best to be yourself. In the classic Spanish novel Don Quixote, the loyal squire Sancho Panza rides his beloved donkey, Dapple, on all of his adventures. Dapple is more than just a ride. He is a constant, faithful companion. And of course we can't forget Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, the gloomy but lovable donkey who has captured the hearts of children and adults everywhere. In many cultures, the donkey is associated with admirable qualities like perseverance and hard work. There's a common phrase, the patience of a donkey, which is used to describe someone who is incredibly enduring and doesn't give up easily. This reflects the reality of the donkey's life, where it often performs difficult tasks without complaint. In some parts of the world, donkeys are celebrated in festivals and parades to honor their contribution to the community. These events are a way of saying thank you to these animals for their centuries of service, and for the vital role they continue to play in people's lives. They are seen not just as animals, but as respected members of the community. However, the donkey has also been unfairly used as a symbol of foolishness or stubbornness in some stories and expressions. Think of the character Bottom in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, who gets his head turned into that of a donkey. This negative stereotype is based on a misunderstanding of the donkey's intelligent and cautious nature. Instead of being foolish, the donkey is simply a careful thinker. Thankfully, as more people learn about the true nature of these amazing creatures, this unfair reputation is beginning to change. The donkey's true story is one of intelligence, loyalty, and incredible resilience, making it a true hero in the animal kingdom. Despite their long history of serving humanity, donkeys in the modern world face a whole host of serious challenges. In many places where they are still used as working animals, they often suffer from mistreatment. This isn't always because their owners are cruel. More often, it's due to a lack of knowledge and resources. A donkey might be forced to carry loads that are far too heavy, causing painful sores on its back. They may not be given enough food or clean water, or they might be worked for too many hours without rest. Their hooves can become overgrown and painful if not properly cared for, and they may suffer from illnesses that go untreated because veterinary care is too expensive or simply not available. A shocking and relatively new threat to donkeys is a global trade in their skins. There is a high demand for a traditional Chinese medicine called jiao, which is made by boiling donkey hides to produce a gelatin. This demand has caused the price of donkeys to skyrocket, leading to a crisis. Donkeys are being stolen from poor families who depend on them for their livelihood. In some regions, donkey populations have been decimated, with millions of donkeys being slaughtered every year to supply this trade. This is not only incredibly cruel to the animals but also devastating for the communities who lose their most valuable asset. As mechanization spreads, with more people using motorcycles and small trucks, the donkey is sometimes seen as old-fashioned and is simply abandoned. These abandoned donkeys are left to fend for themselves, often in environments they are not equipped to handle. They may struggle to find food and water, be at risk of being hit by cars, or become a nuisance to local communities. Without a human to care for them, their future is very uncertain. What was once a valued partner becomes a forgotten animal, left to wander alone. This shows a sad lack of respect for an animal that has given so much to human society for so long. All of these issues, overwork, neglect, the skin trade, and abandonment, are putting immense pressure on donkey populations worldwide. In some parts of the world, their numbers are declining at an alarming rate. It's a silent crisis that doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's happening every day. The very animal that helped build our civilizations is now in desperate need of our help. The welfare of these hard-working and gentle creatures hangs in the balance, and it is our responsibility to recognize their plight and take action to protect them from these modern-day threats. The future of the donkey depends on our ability to step up and be their champions. The good news is that there are many wonderful people and organizations around the world who are dedicated to helping donkeys. These groups work tirelessly to improve the lives of these hardworking animals. One of the most important things they do is provide free or low-cost veterinary care in communities that need it most. Mobile clinics, staffed by veterinarians and animal welfare experts, travel to remote villages to treat sick and injured donkeys. They can trim overgrown hooves, treat painful wounds caused by poorly fitting harnesses, provide vaccinations, and give medicine for common illnesses. This direct care can make a world of difference for a working donkey, relieving its pain and allowing it to live a healthier life. Education is another powerful tool used to protect donkeys. Many donkey owners want to do the right thing for their animals, but they may not know the best way to care for them. Welfare organizations run workshops and training programs to teach owners about donkey needs. They show them how to provide the right kind of food and shelter, how to check for signs of illness, and how to make harnesses that are comfortable and don't cause injury. By empowering owners with knowledge, these groups are creating long-term, sustainable improvements in donkey welfare. A well-cared-for donkey is not only happier but can also work more effectively, which benefits the entire family. In addition to providing care and education, many organizations also run sanctuaries and rescue centers for donkeys that are old, abandoned, or have been victims of abuse. These sanctuaries are safe havens where donkeys can live out the rest of their lives in peace and comfort. They receive all the food, medical care, and attention they need. It's a place where they can finally rest after a lifetime of hard work. These rescue centers also play a crucial role in raising public awareness about the problems donkeys face and inspiring more people to get involved in their protection. They show the world that every single donkey's life is valuable and worth saving. Advocacy is also a critical part of the effort to help donkeys. Animal welfare groups are working hard to stop the cruel global trade in donkey skins. They are lobbying governments to ban the slaughter and export of donkeys and are working to raise awareness among consumers about the truth behind Ejiao. By putting pressure on politicians and corporations, they are fighting to shut down this brutal industry. These efforts are a global fight for the survival of the donkey, uniting people from all different countries who believe that these gentle animals deserve to be treated with kindness and respect, not as a commodity to be exploited. As we have seen, the donkey's journey through time is an epic story of resilience, partnership, and quiet strength. From their wild origins in the African desert to their role as a global workhorse, they have been one of humanity's closest and most reliable allies. They helped us build our first cities, trade with our neighbors, and grow the food that sustained us. They carried our burdens, shared our journeys, and asked for very little in return. The history of human civilization is written on the strong backs of these incredible animals. Their contribution is woven into the very fabric of our shared past, and for that, they deserve our deepest respect. The significance of the donkey is not just a thing of the past, it is very much alive today. For hundreds of millions of people, especially in the world's poorest communities, the donkey is still an essential partner for survival. It is their transportation, their tractor, and their key to earning a living. A healthy donkey can mean the difference between poverty and prosperity, between hunger and having enough to eat, between a child staying home and a child getting an education. When we help a donkey, we are not just helping an animal, we are helping a family, and we are helping a community build a better future for itself. It is time for us to change the way we see the donkey. We must move past the unfair stereotypes of stubbornness and foolishness and see them for what they truly are: intelligent, cautious, and deeply sensitive creatures. They form strong social bonds and are capable of showing great loyalty and affection. They are not mindless machines but living beings with their own needs, feelings, and personalities. By understanding their true nature, we can learn to treat them with the kindness and compassion they have always deserved. Appreciating the donkey means recognizing its intelligence and honoring its gentle spirit. Ultimately, the story of the donkey is a powerful reminder of our connection to the animal world and our responsibility to protect it. These humble heroes have served us faithfully for millennia, and now it is our turn to serve them. By supporting organizations that provide care, by speaking out against their mistreatment, and by simply sharing their story, we can all play a part in ensuring their survival. The donkey is more than just a beast of burden. It is a symbol of endurance, a partner in progress, and a friend to humanity. Let's make sure they have a safe and respected place in the world for many thousands of years to come.